Hello everyone, it's Drew Bradshaw here, and today we're looking at participles that are modifying nouns. A participle is a verb behaving like an adjective or a noun. A present participle, like a gerund, ends with the suffix ing. If the ing word tells what someone is doing, it's a verb, the simple predicate. If it is a thing, it's a gerund, like the simple subject or the direct object. If it is describing something, it's a participle. Participles are diagrammed like a modifier on a curved line. Let's look at the examples. The baby is crying. That's an action, so it is the simple predicate. Crying is not fun. That's the idea of crying, so that is the simple subject. The crying baby, it was hungry. The crying baby was hungry. What kind of baby? Crying baby. So it is a modifier on a curved line because it is a present participle. This sentence is written correctly but diagrammed incorrectly. The bunny was hopping across the yard. Who or what is this about? It's about a bunny. What was it doing? Was hopping. Simple predicate. Was hopping what? We don't know. Which bunny? The bunny. And then we have a prepositional phrase, across the yard. A prepositional phrase tells us time or space. This is the space. Which space? The space it was hopping. So right here, they incorrectly put it down here as a present participle. It's not. It's an action. So it needs to be diagrammed correctly on the sentence base. Bunny was hopping. The bunny was hopping. The bunny was hopping across the yard. The hopping bunny took a rest under the bush. Who or what is this about? It's about bunny. What did the bunny do? Took. What did it take? Rest. We have what kind of bunny? Hopping. Which bunny? The bunny. How many rests? Under the bush is a prepositional phrase that's telling us where the bunny took a rest. This is diagrammed almost 100% correctly, but we do have a present participle. That present participle is the word hopping, describing bunny. So it needs to be written, or diagrammed rather, on a curved line, just like this. Kind of looks like a backwards letter J. So when we diagram, it's going to look something like this. So we said that present participles end with an ing and describe something. They're a modifier. A past participle ends with ed, and it modifies something as well. So we have the frightened child ran to her mother. Who or what is this about? It's about child. What did child do? Child ran. What did they run? We don't know. We do have a prepositional phrase here, to her mother, that describes where the child ran. What kind of child? Frightened child. Which child? The child. So you can see on this curved line how the past participle is modifying. It's on a curved line, modifying child. The tow truck took away the wrecked car. Who or what is this about? It's about truck. What did truck do? Took. What did it take? Car. Okay, which kind of car? Wrecked car. The car. Where did it take? Away. What kind of truck? Tow truck. Which truck? The truck. You can see this curved line is for that past participle wrecked, modifying car. The cracked windows are dangerous. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. Who or what is this about? It's about windows. What do? They exist as, are. Exist as what? Dangerous, predicate adjective. Windows are dangerous. Okay. Which windows? Cracked windows. Which windows? The windows. The cracked windows. Notice that the past participle cracked is diagrammed on this curved modifier line. Who is making that buzzing noise? Remember, when we have a question that starts with who, we can say it as a statement, like to answer the question. Who is making that buzzing noise? Who is making that buzzing noise? Okay, so who or what is that about? It's about who. What is who doing? Is making what? Noise. Who is making, that's what they're doing. What are they doing? Making noise. What kind of noise? Buzzing noise. Which noise? That noise. Our present participle word buzzing gets diagrammed on the curved modifier line. Boiling water is very hot. Boiling water is very hot. Who or what is this about? It's about water. What does it do? Exist as is. Exist as what? Hot, predicate adjective. Water is hot. How hot? Well, very hot. What kind of water? Boiling water. So boiling is the present participle that gets diagrammed on the curved modifier line. Can you repair the creaking floorboards in the kitchen? So this is a question that we need to make into a statement. You can repair the creaking floorboards in the kitchen. Okay, let's go ahead and diagram this, or let's figure out what are the parts to diagram. So now we have you can repair the creaking floorboards in the kitchen. Who or what is this about? It's about you. What can you do? Can repair. Can repair what? Floorboards. You can repair floorboards. Okay, what kind of floorboards? Creaking. Which floorboards? The creaking. Creaking is the present participle that modifies floorboards. And then we have in the kitchen. It's a prepositional phrase that's answering either time or space. This is a space where there are floorboards in the kitchen. The enchanted children listened to every word of the fairy tale. The enchanted children listened to every word of the fairy tale. Who or what is this about? It's about children. What do? They listened. Children listened. What kind of children? Enchanted. Which children? The. To every word of the fairy tale. Those are prepositional phrases. They modify listened, and then this one modifies word. The enchanted children listened to every word of the fairy tale. A participle is often used as a sentence opener, giving us a brief description of the simple subject of the sentence. It is separated from the subject by a comma. Let's take a look. Frightened, the small child ran to her mother. We can ask ourselves, who or what is this about? It's about child. What did the child do? Ran. Small child, the child, frightened child. You can tell this is a past participle because it is a modifier ending in that ed. So it is put on a modifier line that is curved. Smirking, the mischievous child poured his milk on the floor. Child poured milk. We have a prepositional phrase and a modifier. What kind of child? Mischievous. Which child? The. And then another modifier. Our participle, present participle, smirking. Smirking. And you can see it's this ing separated with a comma, and it's diagrammed on this curved line. Go ahead and come up with some participles. This sentence asks for a present participle that ends in ing. The smiling students cheered. The laughing girl jumped. You can come up with some. This one down here for B has a present participle, but it at the end. So the direct object needs to have a modifier that's an ing word that modifies it. Okay, here is a first word participle. So again, you're going to have a word that ends with ing, separated by a comma, that modifies a simple subject, and then you need to have a simple predicate and a direct object and a modifier to that direct object. This is a first word past participle, so it needs to be an ed word, comma, and then we have a modifier and a modifier for our simple subject, and then we need to have a simple predicate. On this sentence, the first two words are past participles, and they need to have an ed at the end of them, and they'll be connected with and. So we have an ed word and an ed word, comma, probably a or the, and then simple subject, and then this needs to be is or are. You need to pick a word there, and then you need to have a word that describes the simple subject. So that'll be a predicate adjective. So please know that there are also irregular past tense participles. So these are words that when we do past tense, they don't end with an ed. They end with en or d or n or t, like torn, broken, bent, found, beaten, become. So be aware that there are some irregular past participles. Here are the sentences that we need to break down and then diagram. I will read them out loud for you, and then I'll also give you a hint by highlighting the participle so that you know which one to diagram as a participle. So letter A says, forgotten, the toy doll sat on the swing set for a week. And the past tense, irregular past tense participle is forgotten. B, the injured runner bravely jumped back into the race. Injured is the past participle. Mr. Bell repaired Alice's mangled teddy bear. Mangled is the past participle to diagram. Letter D, the mewing and hissing kitten did not like the rain. We have two present participles. Bent and broken, Ronnie's finger looked painful. Bent, broken. Those are the two irregular past tense participles. Let's go ahead and diagram letter D together. It says the mewing and hissing kitten did not like the rain. Who or what is this about? It's about kitten. What did the kitten do? Did like. Did like what? Rain. Which rain? The rain. How did they like? Did not like. And then we have two of our present participles. We have hissing and mewing. Both of those modify the kitten. It was a hissing kitten. It was a mewing kitten. Which kitten? The kitten. And connects these two. So let's go ahead and diagram this sentence. Kitten did like rain. The rain did not like, and the kitten, two curved lines here, and mewing and hissing. There we go. The mewing and hissing kitten did not like the rain.